Hey, welcome back. A lot of you out there are now figuring out how awesome tree saddles are. So this little video series is really intended for somebody who's either buying a saddle for the first time, interested in buying a saddle, or maybe someone that's hunted from a saddle for a little while and they just want to see the different tips and tricks that I've figured out along the last 12 plus years of hunting from a saddle. For those of you that don't know me, I live in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. I hunt year-round to help control our overpopulated whitetail herd. Well over 200 days a year. I've spent the last 12 plus years doing that in a tree saddle. I've hunted out of every saddle that's been available since about 2008, and I'll tell you everything that I've figured out to make them the most comfortable, and also some ways to start out. The saddle setup is pretty simple. For me, I like to run two cis haulers, one on either side, and I like to run them as close to the bridge as possible. From that position, I keep my lineman's belt in my left pouch. Always, lineman's left. This helps me to just walk up to a tree, grab my lineman's out, throw it around the tree, clip it onto my alignment loop on the right side, and be able to go up. One of the little things that I really like about my lineman's loop being on the left is I will girth hitch it through on the left side.
We're not going to talk about girth, are we?
No.
This allows me to still put it in the cis hauler and take it in and out, but now I only have one carabiner instead of two. That's one less item to clip on and off. That's one less item that could potentially not be clipped on, and one less metal piece to make noise.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
In my right pouch, in the bottom of it, I have my backband recliner. I like to keep that there because after I have my tether around the tree, I'm able to just clip that on and recline back. Oh. On top of that recliner in my right pouch is my tree tether. Very simple for me. I walk up to the tree, throw my lineman's belt around, clip it on, climb up, throw my tether on, clip it in, boom, hunting. Something else I like to have on my saddle are these little plastic clips to clip my sticks to. Now, I personally like to use climbing sticks as my climbing method. If you're using sticks, it works really well to put these little plastic clips through the molly loops on the bottom side, run about a 50-cent piece size worth of parachute cord through it. Now that's after you tie the knot, not before.
Very nice. High five.
So a nice size loop, and I just slip them right over that, and that allows me to not have them fall off. They're totally secure on there, but when I want to pull the stick off, I can just slip it right up. I know there's not a lot to it, but that's really because I prefer to have everything very simple on my saddle. I'm a big believer in KISS. Keep it simple, because I'm stupid. On the back of my saddle, I like to run another piece of parachute cord that's about that big around.
That's what she said.
On my platform, I have a Night Eyes gear tie that I've looped through a couple times. Now it's hanging up like a hook. So once I get to the tree I'm going to climb, the first thing that comes off my pack is my platform. That platform goes onto my tailbone, I run it through the paracord, cinch it down, and it's locked there. I really am a firm believer that less is more, and keeping it simple allows it to be the same every time, no matter if I'm climbing a tree that I've climbed 1,000 times or if I'm climbing a tree that I might never climb again. Now that your saddle is set up and ready to go, let's talk about what I'm looking for in a tree in the woods, how I'm going to climb that tree, and how I'm going to position my sticks and platform, and then once I'm on that platform, how I'm going to put everything around the tree. I've hunted trees that are this big around, all the way up to trees that are this big around. I could climb a flat wall and hunt from it if I wanted to, because I pick the spot that I want to hunt in, and then I find what tree I want to hunt out of. When you're in an area and there are multiple trees to pick from, I'm looking for a tree exactly like what's behind me. It's about basketball size, it allows me to get around it evenly, and it also has another tree close to it that's helping break up my outline. Now once I get to the tree I'm going to hunt from, my first thought is, where do I think my shot is going to be? As a right-hander, I want to set up with my shot at about the 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock position. Super easy shot to take. There's almost no movement for that. Shooting back behind me all the way to my 6 o'clock, also super easy. So once I figure out where that spot is, I now am trying to figure out where to put my sticks in order to put my platform where I want it to be. So as a general rule of thumb, I like to have my stick 90 degrees to where my platform is going to be. And the reason that I like my platform to be 90 degrees to my stick is pretty simple. I want to have my stick there in the event that I need to step over and take a shot this way. So set the bottom of the platform up level with the top of your steps. Once that's on the tree, you're going to pull down slightly on it. You can pull the back out and then take that, pull it down tight. That sucker's biting in there hard. It's not going to go anywhere, and that'll allow you to put side pressure on it if you do have to pivot. Everyone out there is going to have a different location that they like to run their tree tether height in relation to their face. I recommend everyone start right at eyebrow level to maybe center of your forehead. From there, play around with it a little. Then you're going to let the bridge out, or take your bridge, depending on if you have an adjustable bridge or not, and clip into it. The adjustability of where this is will change how everything feels in the saddle. I like just a little bit of tension on this before I lean back. From there, now I have just the tension that I want. I'm going to let my lineman's belt out slowly and sit back into this. From here, I'm comfortable. I'm able to tell everything's working properly. I'm going to take my lineman's belt off, and I'm going to put it back into my sys hauler pouch. Here, I'm also going to take this, and I'm just going to tuck it around on itself a handful of times. Now you'll notice that I still have my Prusik knot came with this tree tether on here along with the rope bit. The reason that's there is pretty simple. When my backpack comes off, I have a carabiner on this strap that allows me to clip my pack right to it. From here, when I have my camera arm with me, I'll put my camera arm on the tree, and then I'll put my pack on and be good to go. The last tip for finding comfort, start with this tree tether at the same height on your head, move this point up and down. After you find the spot there, you can move your tree tether location, and then also if you have a Phantom, you can play with these different adjusters, which will also change where the load is on the saddle. But first, start with this at the same height and move this up and down. That'll be ultimate comfort. Now let's get into where I hang my stuff on the tree. So once my pack is hanging here, everything's good to go. I'm gonna reach into here. I'm gonna grab my hiss strap to hang no stuff. I'm gonna take the loop end, and I'm gonna loop it around the tree, keeping it flat, and I'm gonna go under my tree tether there. I'm gonna pull it tight, and then I'm gonna clip this protection into the other side. Now this tag end, I like hanging down right about 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock on the tree. And we'll get into why when I'm talking about how to shoot 360 degrees. So here, I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna hang my tag end right there. And now my pack is hanging on the tree. It's in line with the tree. I don't want anything sticking out far off the tree. You'll see here, my bow holder right there. Now my bow is hanging here. It's an easy grab for me to grab, and I can go anywhere from shooting here all the way back. Now, I film my hunts, so for me, I put my camera arm right here, just on the other side of the tree, over the top of the tree tether, and point over this way for when I'm taking a shot down here, and then I can easily get it over here for filming anywhere else. So from this position right here, with my bow right there, I'm able to grab the bow, come this way, and shoot everything from here all the way back to here. And I can still keep going. Now what's really important to remember is what I did there. You see how I drop my knee into the tree. So anytime I see a deer, unless I know the shot's going to be here, and even sometimes if it is, I'm dropping into the tree because I want to have the ability to use my knees along in conjunction with my feet to push around the tree. What I'm going to do is the second I see a deer, I'm either dropping my left knee into the tree if I'm going this way, or my right knee into the tree if I'm shooting back here. And so from this position, I can shoot with my left knee all the way around to here, and also pushing off these wings on the bottom of the platform, all the way around to here, and even further, I can take a shot all the way back this way. Still shooting here. Now right about this point is where my left knee becomes the incorrect knee to use, and you switch over to the right knee. From here, I'm using my right knee, shoot here, here. Now notice the center of my foot pivots in there. My right knee is on the tree. Switching over to my right hip, I can now shoot all the way back here, all the way around. The real key here is to use your knees into the tree, as well as dropping your feet into the wings of the platform to be able to push your feet around and find your shots. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful to get your saddle set up, figure out where to put your ropes, maybe some attachment points to put on the saddle, as well as how to pick trees in the woods, climb them, and then find comfort in the saddle and shoot 360 degrees. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to respond to it. And if you liked the video, you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for tons of tips, tricks, product reviews, and all of the fun urban hunting you can handle. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.